Good day, everyone. By the way, I am Rachel Albarico, third year BEd student. So for today's video, I'm going to narrate a successful story of Helen Keller. Helen Adams Keller was an American author, political activist, and lecturer. She was born on June 27, 1880. At 19 months old, Keller contracted an unknown illness described by the doctors as an acute congestion of the stomach and the brain, which is now thought to have been scarlet fever of meningitis. The illness left her both deaf and blind, completely shaping the way Keller would live her life. Living in Tuscumbia, Alabama, at the age of 7, Keller had already developed more than 60 home signs, self-help gestures created in order to communicate that she could use with her family. She also learned how to tell which person was walking into a room from the vibrations of their footsteps. Despite being blind and deaf, her family were determined she have the same opportunities as everyone else, and so in 1886. Inspired by account in Charles Dickens' American Notes of the Successful Education of a Deaf and Blind Woman, they sent Keller and her father, Arthur H. Keller, to find physician J. Julian Chisholm as an eye, ear, nose, and throat specialist for advice. After being told, Director Michael Anagnos asked 20-year-old former student Sullivan, herself visually impaired, to become Keller's instructor. It was the beginning of a 49-year-long relationship where Sullivan grew up from governess to companion. Helen Keller is renowned for defying all odds to accomplish great things despite being deaf and blind. After an illness in her childhood robbed her of her ability to see and hear, Helen has miraculously taught how to communicate by her instructor, Anne Sullivan. She went on to become the first deaf-blind person to earn a bachelor's degree, and during her years at college, published her famous autobiography, which is The Story of My Life. As an author, she published 12 books apart from writing numerous articles. She co-founded Helen Keller International in 1915 and worked for the American Foundation for the Blind for more than 40 years. As inspiration to millions of people around the world, Helen Keller received numerous awards and new honors, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Legion of Honor. The achievements of Helen Keller. Helen Keller had a lot of accomplishments in her life. One of the first one was she wrote 12 books during her lifetime. I think that's pretty impressive because she was blind and deaf. She wrote her autobiography when she was in college. It was called The Story of My Life. The next accomplishment is that she was the first blind and deaf person ever to graduate a university. She graduated at the Radcliffe College in 1904. I think that would be really hard because she couldn't communicate with others and she couldn't see anything around her. Another one is that she learned to read in French, German, Greek, and Latin in Braille. The final accomplishment is that she visited about 39 countries giving speeches. So she tried to help other people's lives. Helen learned Braille, which is a type of writing that helps blind people read. You might see Braille in schools, stores, street, and etc. It is usually on sides of or embossed paper. As you can see, Helen had a lot of accomplishments in her life. Lastly, Keller's lasting impact can be felt in legacy of works she published, the speeches she made, and the organizations she founded. Keller was a role model and proved to the world that deaf people are able to communicate just like everyone else, and showed people that they are just as capable given the right tools to do so. That's all. Thank you.